Matias, cheers for taking the time to chat with us here today. The first question I want to ask, it's probably rewinding the clock a little bit. Give us a bit of an insight into you, your journey, obviously growing up in South America, moving over to Australia, coming into the footballing system here. How did you find that?
Yeah, it was so I came to Australia in 2012, so I was just about to turn 7.
Yep.
And I never really played for a club or anything in Chile.
Yep.
I would just play in the street with my mates after school. I grew up in a big football culture. We'd always go to the stadium, watch games and stuff. And then I came here, it was all a bit different. There's so much greener, so much more grass everywhere. And I didn't play for a club until under 8s, until I was 8. So I went a whole year without playing, just trying to settle into a new country and all that.
Yep.
And then, when I was 8, I joined Mounties.
Yep.
Yep. And then I stayed there. Yeah, SAP. But back then we didn't know what SAP was. So I was playing SAP, but because we didn't know anything about Australia,
Yeah.
And then played SAP. I did really well and I enjoyed it. I saw a lot of talented kids. I was like, damn, I want to play here. This is good.
Yeah.
And then after that, we moved a lot when I was younger. So then we moved houses and I played for a couple park soccer teams up until 13s. And then 13s was when I joined my first youth club, which was Sun Districts.
Yep.
And I played there for SD Raiders. Sorry?
Good level.
Yep. I went straight from park soccer to NPO, which was
Bit of a jump. How'd you find that?
a bit of a jump. Yeah, to be honest, there was not much differences, a lot of similarities between the two. There's always talented kids and kids that shouldn't really be there.
Yep.
In NPO, there's kids that are really good, but then there's kids that are just average. Every team has that. So in park soccer, there's a lot of talented kids that then went on to, that I knew that were my mates that went on to play for NPO clubs. So then, I struggled a bit in some districts. I wasn't performing until the end of the season. It took me a while to adjust. But then towards the end of the season, I did really good. But then the president, there was a falling out with the president, and he left, and he wanted to take me with him. So then I went to Parramatta for under 14s.
Yeah.
And that's where I felt like I really found my groove, and then I started to understand football a bit better, and the NPO side of things, because I went from, so they were both NPO 2 sides back then. There was an NPO 3.
Yep.
And then since then, the year after under 15s, I moved to Berries, some Berries.
Yep.
And I've been there since, and there's been heaps of ups and downs at Berries, with coaches and stuff. The first year I got there was really unsettled. We had 3 coaches in the span of a year. Because there was fallings out with the TDs and all that with the coaches. But then since then, it's kind of become my club.
Yeah.
I've gotten so used to it, and how do you say?
I can add that bit out.
Yeah. So I've gotten used to it, and it's I got to know everyone, the facilities and everything that we have, the system. So I'm one of the leaders in the group.
Yeah.
I've been one of the leaders in the group since since I first got there. But it's just been really good. But going over to America is really helping me just get out of my comfort zone and explore something different, something a higher level football, and just get out of my comfort zone.
So is that, would you say, the main reason of wanting to go to America is to get out of your comfort zone?
Get out of my comfort zone, explore new opportunities. Obviously here the system here in Australia is not very, I find that doesn't give a lot of opportunities to, because here in Australia everything's very physical, fast-paced football, everyone needs to be very physically gifted, instead of talent, more of a talent-based player.
Yep.
And which there's a lot of players that are very talented, but they don't have that physical aspect of the game yet, because they haven't developed, so I feel like going to the States will really help with that.
Of course.
And just help me develop my game, become a better player, and the best version of myself that I can be.
Love that. So give us a bit of an insight into your recruitment process. I know when we got connected last year, it was a tough year for you. A really serious injury. Took you a lot of time to recover. You were connected with Cyclops Performance, one of our partners here at SCA. How have you found your rehab, your training schedule, just the overall experience that you've had with that program?
Yeah, the Cyclops has helped has helped me so much to just rebuild my strength after my injury, because I suffered a injury, was completely unrelated to football, but I suffered an injury on my back, lower back. I had a herniated disc, and it was really affecting me in the field. I couldn't, lift my leg, stretch my leg. It would really affect my hamstring and glute area, which is like fundamentals of playing soccer.
Of course, yeah.
And yeah, so I injured that. I was out for 9 months. First, I started off looking at a lot of things that I could do to better myself, and it didn't work. So then I started going physio, and I found this physio, and he got me in contact with Cyclops. Yeah. Which was he got me in contact with Cyclops, and then I started with the gym program, and I told him about my injury. Yep. And they just modified the program, built to how like my capabilities and from where I was, which was just ground zero, because I hadn't trained for anything for 9 months. I hadn't kicked the ball, gone to the gym, and then so they helped me basically build me up from the ground up. Yep. And they adjusted with my back. They made me strengthen my back. They helped me strengthen my back. Yeah. And of course, I wasn't training with them, so I was only doing performance testing with them. Yeah. So I was like one of their online customers. Yeah. Like online clients that they train. And so, but they, especially the main guy, what's his name? Lynchy. Or
Lockie?
No, not Lockie. Lockie's my physio.
Lockie, Lynchy or Dave?
Dave, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So Dave's been a huge part of my development with Cyclops, because he's always kept in touch with me. Always, every week he send me a message asking me how I've gone, if I need any help. He's always been there for support, and I really appreciate that, because as an online client, it's like harder to adjust in case like you don't understand any exercises, or like especially for me because of my back. Like if I find any exercise that aggravates it or anything, it's more like, how do I fix this? And then he's always there on the board, gets back to you straight away.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, Cyclops has been a big help in my journey to get back into football and then just thrive. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And really kind words regarding Cyclops. Let me ask you this: why James Westfield, Northeastern? What led you to that school, and why was it the one for you?
Yeah, so of course I got through SCA I got connected to a lot of different coaches in different areas all around US. And after having a couple chats with everyone, like James really standed out to me. Just the way his philosophy of football, the way he's a young coach, but he's also, which means like he's played college football before, and he's gone through the same journey that I've gone as an international. Yep. Recently, too. Like he hasn't been 20 or 30 years since he's played college football, So I just really related to him in that way. Like when we talked, really connected, we having a little bit of a laugh and all that. Yeah. So I don't know, I found it like a really friendly environment, and an environment like really growing. Yeah. And then when we were talking, he was like, we had the same ideology of kind of football and philosophy, like how we wanted to play and how I could be integrated into his system. Yeah. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really liked connecting with him. I really enjoyed having a chat with him. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, look, we're hoping you go on to have a good year and see you progress through the system over there. But I think last thing for us, have you got any advice for maybe young kids that are looking at this pathway that are maybe interested in going to the US, for example?
Yeah, definitely. It's just it's always good to just get out of your comfort zone and explore new opportunities, because you never know where they might take you. And going to the US to play college football is something that a lot of people have found success in, and I'm hoping to be one of those as well. Yeah.
Awesome, bro. Well, look, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate everything, and best luck this season.